Welcome back to Carol's Books and Story Time. The story I've got for you today is the story of Fu Shi, and it was told to me originally by my student David, and it's from his hometown of Tian Shui, which is in Gansu. A long time ago, in the south of the province of Gansu, in a little town called Tian Shui, the people were having a terrible time. They kept getting raided by a tribe of giant, monstrous-looking and very fierce warriors, who set fire to the houses and carried away the crops to their tribal lands just over the Yellow River. This is also known as China's Mother River. The people were in despair and cried out to the Jade Emperor, who lives in the sky. "Oh, Jade Emperor, please send us someone to rid us of this tribe of giants," they pleaded. "We've tried everything we know to try and stop them, but still they come. Every harvest time they come and carry off our donkeys, our sheep, our crops. Then they burn our homes. Oh, Jade Emperor, please help us." The Jade Emperor heard the people's prayers. He saw their suffering and decided to help them. For a time he paced up and down in his great palace in the sky, and the longer he paced, the angrier he became. "How could they be so cruel?" he thought. "I have blessed them so much, yet they are horrible to the other tribes. What can I do to punish them? They need to be taught a lesson. All I ask of people I have created is that they get along with each other. Who can I send to help these poor people?" At that moment, the Jade Emperor's favourite hunting dog bounced into the room, jumped up at the Jade Emperor, and placed 2 giant paws on each of his shoulders. Gently he licked the Jade Emperor's face. "Stop that, Fu Shi," laughed the Emperor. "Bad dog, stop that! I have a problem to solve and you're not helping." Fu Shi dropped to the marble floor and sat down, cocked his head on one side, and looked up at the Jade Emperor as if to say, "I'm listening, oh great one. Can I help you?" "I believe you can help me," said the Jade Emperor, reading the dog's thoughts. "Yes, Fu Shi, I believe you can help me." The Jade Emperor chuckled and clapped his hands. "But first, I will have to give you the gift of speech, and I may also have to give you the ability to change into a human should the need arise." He chuckled again. He did a few special moves with his hands and uttered some secret words. "I'm ready for your commands, oh master," said Fu Shi in a deep bass voice. "Your word is my command." "Listen carefully then," said the Jade Emperor, sitting down on his jade throne. Fu Shi lay at his feet, and the Emperor told him all about his plan for punishing the tribe of giants. Fu Shi went to Tian Shui, and there he presented himself to the chief of the Namwap tribe. "Oh chief, the great Jade Emperor has sent me, his trusted hunting dog, to help you defeat the tribe of giants and punish them." The chief looked at the dog in surprise. "Help us? Yes, we need help. But what is the Jade Emperor doing sending a dog?" "I serve my master, the Jade Emperor," replied Fu Shi. "Has given me a plan how to defeat the giants and punish them, but I need 20 of your best warriors." The chief chose 20 of his warriors. "These are the best warriors I have," he said. Fu Shi revealed the Jade Emperor's plan to the warriors, and that night they set off with blackened faces, wearing dark clothes and carrying torches hidden in jars. Their cruel knives and swords were held in their belts, and soon they arrived at the giants' camp. "I want you to surround the camp," said Fu Shi, "and when you hear me howl like a wolf, I want you all to break your jugs, hold your torches of fire high, and howl like wolves. The giants will be scared. And then I want you to set light to the nearest shelter and wait. Keep howling, and the giants will come running out, and then you can kill them. They will be so scared they will start killing each other." Silently, the warriors circled the camp. Silently, they waited. Fu Shi waited until he was sure all were in place. Then he flung back his head and he howled, and immediately all the warriors howled in reply. They broke their jugs, lights flamed. The camp was a circle of flames. The warriors howled as they set fire to the shelters where the giants lay sleeping. The giants woke up confused. They reached for their weapons. They tried to get away. In the confusion and smoke from the burning shelters, they could not see who was friend and who was foe, and they started fighting with each other. Soon it was all over. The enemy was defeated, and Fu Shi and his warriors marched back home, singing victory songs and carrying the head of the chief of the giants. The villagers heard the songs of triumph and spilled out of their houses to welcome the warriors home. Fu Shi presented the chief of the Nawa tribe with the head of the chief of the giants, and the chief was delighted. "As a reward, you must become my son-in-law and marry my daughter." Fu Shi was shocked. How could a dog marry a woman? "I'm going to have to refuse. What he's asking is impossible. Humans and dogs cannot marry." Then he saw the most beautiful girl looking at him from the gateway of the chief's house. "Oh no," he thought, "if only I was a man, I would accept the chief's proposal, but I'm a dog and I do not want to scare her." Then, like a little drop of rain, an idea dropped into his brain. "Why don't you use my magic to change your appearance into a good-looking man?" Up on his jade throne, the Jade Emperor laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. His plan was working well. "Give me 81 days and I will change myself into a man. Then I can marry your daughter as a man, not as a dog," Fu Shi said to the chief. "How will you do that?" asked the chief. "I want you to put me in this giant pot and not look at it for 81 days. During that time I will, with the help of the Jade Emperor's magic, turn myself into a handsome man," promised Fu Shi. "But during that time you must not touch or move the pot. If you do, the magic will be interrupted and I will not become a man." "I promise," said the chief, "and after the 81 days you will become my son-in-law." The chief and some of the warriors carefully lowered Fu Shi into the giant pot and put the lid on. The chief set a guard over the pot and told his daughter not to go anywhere near it. Nawa promised to obey her father, but she was a curious girl. Every day for 79 days she went to the large pot every day. She walked around it thinking, "This dog is a hero. He saved my people. How can I serve him? How can I show my thanks to him? He's changing himself into a man for me. For me. Oh, Jade Emperor, Fu Shi appreciates me so much. He wants to change for me. I long to see him. I long to see what he looks like." On the 79th day, she could wait no longer. "I must see him today. I don't care if he's scary. I want to see him now." Slowly she lifted the lid of the pot, and as she opened it, a beam of light escaped and bathed the room in brightness. Then there was a terrible sound of breaking pottery, and there in front of her, Nawa saw the face of a very handsome young man. But the magic had not finished its work. So the handsome Fu Shi, instead of having strong human legs, still had his dog's legs. Nawa didn't care about that. She was so happy to see the handsome face and was quite content to spend the rest of her life with Fu Shi. The wedding celebrations lasted a whole week, and the Jade Emperor poured out his blessings upon Fu Shi and his bride and on the little town of Tian Shui. I hope you enjoyed that legend from China.